What's up, you guys? This your girl Lexus. I'm back again with another video. The topic today is the Ball family. The Ball family. Now, I feel kind of bad for this family because the fact is, not kind of bad, I just feel bad for these family because this man is a very hard working man, and he love his family and he believe in his sons, and like social media did a whole twist around of his vision and how he want his family to go and how he want to run his family or whatever. So let's talk about it. Now, how I end up seeing his family is on Facebook, and I love basketball. So his three sons know how to play some basketball. They really good. You know, one of them made it to the NBA. One of them is now playing overseas, which is Australia. And so the other one is doing like recovery because he just had like ankle surgery or whatever. So this father love his kids. He started this brand called Triple B's. The B stands for all his sons. And this man was very careful what woman he dated, what person he was gonna go out with. Now he was really this strict because he's 6 something, his wife is 6 something, his sons is all 6 something. So he was very particular who he was gonna marry and who was gonna have his kids. And basically he had a vision of having 3 sons in the pros. So he took his time out instead of going to work a 9-to-5 job. He was very successful at saving his money and investing in his family. Like, made a brand. He was doing league basketball, and his sons, the team that his son was on, was undefeated. So they was very good playing on the same team together. And so they got big, SPN picked them up, and like all these different news casts picked them up, and it got very popular. And so the brand was just growing and growing until they had a downfall. The mother got, I think it was her left or her right side, she had a stroke. And so it became to, she needed to be hospitalized and getting back together, because she was the one who was running the money, who was making sure all the books was good and stuff like that. Still, then another hit came. The son, kept getting hurt in the NBA and stuff, and it was just crazy. Then the other son ended up going to China from UCLA. That's I believe that's the college he went to. He stole in China some pair of glasses because I don't know why he have so much money, but I even stole out of my life. Like, as in, I was 3 years old, stole a piece of candy at the store. I got in trouble for it. So I don't think it should, dictate who he really is and his character as a human being and his basketball talent. I don't think it should dictate that. Then he got hit with another hit not too long ago. Was the guy who was helping him run a business stole $1.5 million from the oldest son who plays the NBA, who played in the NBA. He played for the Lakers, and he also, now he's playing for the Pelicans, which that's my hometown. I'm not too big on teams, but I love players. And his 3 brothers is my favorite. They're my favorite player, of course, Kobe and Michael Jordan, other players in the NBA or whatever. But what I don't like is how the social media is switching. It's just making this man to be an evil person because he was so passionate about his vision on what he wanted for his sons. And like, when the brand started getting bigger, he started hiring his family, his wife family, and it was just basically the money was in the family. And I feel like all these people plotted against him to take him off of social media. I forgot that another thing happened. He said something to a newscast. She took it the wrong way. It blew up. He's banned from being on ESPN, whatever that darn thing is, and he can't be on no platform, because they used to like to interview him a lot. But she took it out of she took it out of she just her mind was in the gutter, and I knew he wasn't saying it like that. Then they end up spinning this story about what happened with Alan Foster. While he was stealing the money, how the Triple B brand was just bad goods and the product was bad. Everybody who goes in business, everything ain't gonna be 100% good. Look at Bluebell. Bluebell always get hit with something. Somebody messing with their ice cream. Somebody putting something in their ice cream. The cows wasn't good, but everybody still believe in Bluebell because everybody still buys it. So don't act like nobody brand is always 100% good. Nike get hit with something, Gucci or Louis Vuitton. Somebody get hit with something, but it just depends on how you bounce back from it. And telling the boy, you need to be your own man, this and this, but it's a family brand. What I see is they don't want them to have their own brand. You want all these basketball players to go to Nike, Adidas, or any other of these companies where they won't be owning their own stuff, and because this father made this brand for his kids and they supposed to go on with their family and keep it in the family, they own something. And he was doing all type of stuff. One of his son Mello couldn't go to all of McDonald's, whatever they do, that thing, basketball thing they do. So he made one for his son. He said, well, we'll do Triple B All America, and he did that. So he made his own basketball league. It was the JBA league. And it was just certain things he was getting around the league, and it was like, he can't do this, and he was just knocking him out the park, like doing what he wanted to do because he had his money, he had his brand. They didn't own him. So now that they figured, we can't get through the father, so we're going to try to get through his sons and put all this in his son's head so they can lead their father in the brand and they can come with us. And so we won't have to worry about any other players who wanna maybe start their own brand. Maybe they was back out of it and say, I'm just going to go with Nike. I'm just going to go with Adidas. I'm just going to go with there, because they felt like Triple B was a threat. And I feel personally it was a threat because this man owned everything. He even got water, his own brand of water for his sons, and it's called Triple B's. So I think they knew it was a threat. Only thing just happened was they just had a bump in the road, and I feel like they can bounce back for that. They can hire some new people who could help them with the shoes and the clothing and all that stuff in the warehouse. And I feel that way. But I feel like the Triple B family, they shouldn't break up. I feel like, you can give your son some space to, to figure out what they're going to do. But I feel like he was in the right direction. And I feel like they shouldn't let social media dictate to lead the brand or stay with the brand. I think they should stay because their parents invested so much into this brand, and they can have their own. What's going to happen when your body start breaking down and you can't play for the NBA no more? When your brand still can be there, people will still be buying your brand. Yeah, you probably have to lower some of your prices down on your shoes, but your brand gonna always be there. What if Nike say, we're gonna just cut your contract, or we don't want to support you no more? So you wouldn't have to worry about that if you have your own brand. And I feel like this family is getting hit all kind of ways, and I feel like, people need to own more of their own stuff, and I feel like they're trying to get to the sons because they can't get through the father. And the father is really believing his sons, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see, because y'all talk down on a black man if they don't take care of the kids, and then you talk down a guy who really involved in his kid's life. So it's like you can't win from losing with this mess. I just want to say, this is your girl Alexis. Y'all stay tuned for another video. Y'all please leave in the comments what y'all think about this situation. Should the sons leave the brand, or should they stay? What do y'all think? I feel like every man should have their own brand and they should own their own stuff. Peace.